Hi everyone, my name is Cara Hardy, and for my creative project, I decided to write a children's bedtime story. For me, this project comes from a place of having vivid and wonderful memories of my parents reading or telling me bedtime stories as a small child. I always loved listening to stories about animals and nature, which heavily influenced the creative process for me here. So I chose to write a story about my wonderful dog, Whistler. And without further ado, here's my bedtime story titled, Where's Whistler? It was early in the morning when Whistler's mom woke her up. Whistler was a large, happy, drooly brown dog who loved to go on hikes with her mom. Her and her mom would go on hikes every weekend in the summer, and today they were hiking to a beautiful blue lake in the mountains close to her home. Whistler was so excited that she jumped out of the bed, shook and stretched her whole body, and leaped out the front door with her mom. Whistler ran ahead of her mom, but she always kept her within eyesight. It was just so hard to contain her excitement when they were in such a beautiful place. As they got farther down the hiking trail, Whistler stopped to wait for her mom and took in all the beautiful things around her. She looked at the trees. There were so many types of trees, some with bright red leaves, some with big spiky pine cones, and some with beautiful white flowers on them. Whistler could also feel the wind in her fur. The wind blew leaves off the trees that floated down onto the trail like a million paper airplanes. Whistler could hear the sounds of water crashing on the beach up ahead, and she knew she must be close to the lake. Filled with excitement, she ran down the path as fast as she could and charged into the water. Whistler swam and splashed and dove for what felt like hours before she realized, where's my mom? Whistler walked out of the water and onto the beach, frantically scanning the woods for her mom. She didn't think she was that far ahead of her, but where could she be? Whistler took off running down the beach, desperately trying to find her mom. She looked to the left, to the right, left, right, but just as she was about to go charging back into the woods, Whistler heard something. Whistler? The voice was quiet. Whistler? The voice got a little louder. Whistler, where are you? The voice got even louder, and then Whistler's mom came out of the woods and stepped onto the beach. Whistler was so relieved that she ran as fast as she could back to her mom on the beach. She was so excited and running so fast that she accidentally knocked her mom over when she got to her. Her mom laughed and smiled and said, I knew I'd find you here. Next time, just don't run so far ahead. It's better for us to stick together. After swimming together on the beach, Whistler and her mom hiked home. Whistler was exhausted after swimming all day, and she curled up in her mom's bed, all snuggly and warm. Today's adventure was her favorite so far. What will they do tomorrow?